going to do a quick little demo here of some amazing sounds I'm getting from my current setup. This is a new Jazzmaster. It's a Squire J Mascis. I think they retail about 400, maybe 450. I see them online for 350 all the time. But that's going to be running through a Univox 65RN, which is just an amp I got for like $99 from the same place that I got this J Mascis, actually, which is Old Town Music in Portland, a fantastic shop. And then the board that I'm going through, this is something my friend Jeremy just built me. You can see the top over here. But it's just a tuner, some overdrive / fuzz, and then there's delay and reverb. So a pretty low-key setup effects-wise, but I'm just amazed at some of the sounds. Get ready for the rain. Amazed at some of the sounds I can get out of this Jazzmaster. So here it is, just kind of clean. Just use that tuner. There it is. So here's some reverb, first of all. So all those sounds were on bridge, middle, which is both, and then neck positions. And then there's the top position right here, which gives you a really nice jazzy tone. So I'll play some of what I was just playing. So on the neck pickup, down on this end, that's more like. end rolled off. Gorgeous sound. You can do really cool things on this guitar. Let's do some dirt. You can do really cool things on this guitar with some of the behind the strings, some of the behind the bridge stuff. This is kind of the fuzzier setting of the broadcast. Good for well, it's good for a lot. I mean, here's a Wilco riff. And then more of the kind of just crunchy dirt side right here. For reference, here's without it. Here's with it. So, pretty cool dirt pedal. Personally, I love the sounds I get from it. And then So typically my delay, I actually kind of set it almost slapback-esque. So instead of just my clean tone sounding like this, it's more like. It's not completely echoey. I don't tend to think country when I hear slapback delay, but I know a lot of people do. I just think of like kind of a, I don't know, it sounds like a short reverb to me, you know, it's like a very indie rock kind of sound. Here it is off. And then on. Oh, I think it's a beautiful sound. We'll go up to the neck pickup. But it's also really cool with everything just straight at 12. Just very subtle, minute, cascading delay. Really dark. And this pedal is very cheap. I think it was like $50 or $60. This is the tape machine pedal. But I love the sound of it, personally. I think it sounds amazing. But typically, and of course it can do like oscillating and shit. But yeah, I typically just tend to set it very short and sort of vibey. And then the last one is probably my favorite pedal of all time. It's the Caroline Guitar Company Meteor Reverb. One of the coolest things about it is it has a hold function that kind of freezes your reverb and starts to oscillate it. It sounds very pretty subtle. Here's the mix at 12. is, I don't know, like 3 o'clock, so really drippy. I suppose not drippy in the surf rock sense. It almost has a slapback sound. I've turned my delay off. That's just the reverb there. And you can set it to either a bright reverb or more of a darker reflection. And one of the cool things is there's also a knob on here for the gain. So you can affect the gain of just the reverb signal. Which is super cool, but I generally tend to have it right about here. So yeah, all in all, I think an incredible pedal. And of course, an incredible guitar. This might be my simplest, most favorite setup yet. I just sell a lot of things to move up here, and I've still retained a good amount of what I have, but I've also just kind of been inspired to kind of pare down a bit, and having this guitar, which I got for very cheap because I traded in a lap steel, has been so nice because my first electric guitar ever was a Jag. But one of the things that's gotten a little bit annoying about it as I've gotten older is I've noticed the short scale. I didn't notice it when I was younger. And my fingers just feel more attuned to whatever it is on this Jazzmaster. I think it has jumbo frets too. Yeah, it's a sound I'm used to hearing. It's very comfortable, familiar body shape. It's just, I mean, it looks amazing. And then that paired with just some of my favorite pedals and kind of keeping it simple there. And then through this amp, I mean, it's a cheap guy and it's not perfect, but it's light and the volume is great. And it's actually got its own tremolo and reverb, which are gorgeous. But yeah, I posted a couple videos on this Jag. I'm just really excited about it. So I figured I'd post maybe a longer one now that I've had a few days with it. I highly recommend getting one of these things if you can. I think it's incredible. All I really need to do is kind of deal with the bridge a little bit, kind of raise the action a tiny bit, because this string will kind of catch a little bit, slip off the edge. But other than that, right out of the packet, it is a beautiful guitar.